Thank you all for coming today. We're here for the TrueFitness Foundations of an Explosive Athlete. I'm Spencer Aiken. I will be your presenter. Okay? What we're doing today is we're learning the basics of becoming more explosive while still maintaining body control and athleticism. As you all know, sports are about the application of power. When we apply power, we still have to remain in control. If we lose that control, we will not be powerful. So everything we're going to do today is to learn how to maintain our body control while still maintaining our explosion, our power. Sports is all about quick bursts. We want to develop that quick burst and still be athletic. Okay? So, during today's workshop, we will learn to develop an explosive athlete. We will do this through the proper mechanics of jumping and the techniques of landing. Okay? We will learn how to use full body integration in order to remain safe on the ground and in the air, and then upon returning to the ground. That full integration of the body is what is going to keep us safe and prevent the possibility of any injury. Okay, remember, getting hurt is never the goal, so we want to teach all of our clients, all of our athletes, how to land safely and then jump explosively while still maintaining that body control in the air. Okay? Alright, so movement. Life and sports are about who moves better, faster, quicker, and more explosively. Okay? These are the skills that must be learned, improved, and perfected in order for us to improve our sports performance and to be our best. Alright? Learning these skills of deceleration and stopping are key and paramount with this, and then applying those skills of deceleration and stopping to the skills of explosion will make you an explosive athlete. Okay? So today we're going to start with deceleration, progress to explosion, making that the foundations of an explosive athlete. Alright? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go start our warm-up, and then we're going to go into the workshop. Okay? Any questions? Alright. So now we've got one of our favorite exercises in TrueFitness. We call this one mobiles. Remember, we said that explosion in an explosive athlete is about maintaining body control. Okay, so we have the BOSU set up kind of in a staggered pattern, and we're going to jump from BOSU to BOSU. Okay? We're working on our explosion and our power, but we want to be powerful while still being in control of our bodies. We cannot be athletic if we're out of bounds, if we're out of control. Okay? So with this exercise, we start by getting up on the BOSU. Okay? So remember, I always want to be looking ahead. Right? Part of the conundrum of this exercise is getting low works your quads and your glutes more. However, because of lowered center of gravity, it's easier to be balanced. So we want to pick the perfect balance between getting low, being athletic, and being able to do the exercise. Okay? So we start low, athletic, right here, and then I'm going to laterally explode to each BOSU. I want to stick the landing. Sticking that landing is going to tell me and teach me how to maintain my body control. Okay, if I'm really skilled, I can go backwards. All while working on body control. Athleticism. Okay? Eyes ahead. Okay? So that's going to work on my explosion. The jumping has me be powerful. I have to explode very powerfully to get from BOSU to BOSU. Okay? I have to learn to stop. And landing on the BOSU forces all my proprioceptors to engage. I'm learning how to control my body in an unbalanced dynamic position. Okay? I have the BOSUs for that. Alright, who wants to try it out first? Alright, Kyle, you're up first. Alright, so remember, you want to get low. Come on, Kyle. That's going to help with your natural ability to balance. You're good. Yep. And then jump explosively. Maintain that control. There you go. Now, notice how we automatically want to keep his eyes down. I want him to focus on being athletic. I want him challenge, there might be a time when you do not win the challenge, right? If you won every time, it wouldn't be a challenge. Where's the fun in that? All right? Anyone else want to try moguls right now? All right, Michael. Alright, so you want to be low, explosive and quick, maintaining balance. So we need to even get low. See how he's barely hopping? Because he's not low. He's not in his athletic position. Alright? Alright. So the next exercise we're going to demonstrate for this workshop, we call it a BOSU hip thruster. What we're trying to do is increase lower body power. We're doing that with hip flexion. We're going to become very explosive for any kind of kicking sport. Soccer is the #1 kicking sport in this country, or it might be fighting. So MMA, kickboxing, stuff like that, where it involves lower body hip flexion and powerful explosive kicks. So this exercise, there's a couple different varieties. If you don't have enough BOSUs, you don't have to use the BOSU and you can just land on the ground. Okay? If you have enough BOSUs, you can put them in a line and jump BOSU to BOSU to BOSU. Okay, so there is a bunch of varieties based on the equipment you have available at your gym. Okay, so I put these about 2 to 3 feet apart. Okay, and what I'm going to do is develop lower body power. Okay, set these up. I'm going to kneel onto the BOSU. I want to be very explosive, but then I got to be very controlled on my landing. So the exercise is right here. I initiate with the explosion of the hips. Remember, the arms are always tied in with that as well. I'm going to explode, stick the landing. Okay? And I'm going back. Stick the landing. If I want to work and get more, I'm going to do more. Stick the landing. Okay, I'm going to go back one more time just to demonstrate. Okay? Stick the landing. So that's a BOSU hip thruster. Alright, who's up first? Alright, Kyle. So with this, remember, we're tying it involved with the hip extension. Okay? Yeah. Use your arms, keep your feet planted, throw it forward. There you go. Okay, you gotta be careful. Remember, the challenges can be difficult, but he did it. Okay? Alright, any questions? Alright, are there any questions? No? First, before I continue, I want to thank you for coming out today. I hope you have a lot of valuable information to go home with from the foundations of an explosive athlete. I personally want to thank you. TrueFitness wants to thank you for coming out. Okay? Now, with all that being said, what you're going to go home with today are valuable skills for creating explosive athletes. Jumping is very undervalued and highly valuable in sports. Okay? Basketball, volleyball are almost explicitly about the ability and the power to get up off the ground. Okay? So what you learn today is how to train your athletes, how to train any and every client. First of all, how to be safe when they're landing, how to be safe when they're exploding, how to be safe when they're jumping. You also taught them the skills of body control. You taught them the skills of being safe in the air by teaching them that body control. You taught them the skills of deceleration, which is important for any sport that involves stopping. Football for running backs and receivers. Soccer for stopping and cutting. So anything that has an agility dynamic is going to be greatly enhanced by this workshop. Okay? So, you're going to take home the ability to jump safely, the agility to jump properly, and the ability to do all that and then run through the progressions of the different exercises we taught today. Okay, so we started with just a simple vertical jump, learning how to get athletic ready and then how to get off the ground. We incorporated plyometric box jumps. We incorporated single foot jumps. We incorporated the BOSUs. Okay? All of those are going to be tools in your tool chest that you can use to give your clients new challenges and new exercises that are going to help them become the best at whatever their goals are. Okay? So give yourself a big round of applause. Future workshops. Alright? You all take care. You all have my number and contact information. If you ever have any questions, please do not hesitate to call and ask. Okay? I'm available to you whenever you might have any more questions. All right, thank you very much.